Uh-oh, Evelyn, what are you doing?
Got it? This is a board meeting. We do record this. We record it.
You know what you're doing?
We actually do.
If not, Joy's still right there.
Okay, yeah.
I'm still here.
Yep,
Okay.
and we can hear you. That's perfect.
All right.
No.
So it's 5:30. We could call this meeting to order. Do we have public comment?
Oh, yes, I do. I have a question. My name is Paula Graham, recently returned to Troy, left in 1968. I understand that the library doesn't allow volunteers. Am I correct?
No, that's not correct.
Several people.
Oh, you're breaking the rules.
Volunteers
We have volunteers.
in the library.
Yeah. We even have a form that you can fill out to volunteer.
Great, that's what I would like to do.
Okay, you
And-
can get that form, by the way, right at the
Okay,
adult
and I can
services
make
desk.
suggestions about things that one might volunteer to do.
What's that?
I could make a suggestion about things I might
Oh.
want to volunteer where I think there's.
Okay,
And so second question. I'm concerned about the paint chipped off by the windows and the stacks because of lead. Has that been tested? Looks like old paint, and I have experience with old paint
that has,
being a.
well, I got up to check. I'm not sure that's been tested. This paint have been tested in various places, some. But I'd have to check. You want to leave me your,
Follow up with that.
yeah. Mhm.
And last question, is there a communications director?
No. But,
I asked because I received, I'm from New York City most recently. I am part of the Grafton Library, and so I received several different kinds of communications that I think are very effective, and I have never received anything from Troy. So I
well,
was,
we have a monthly newsletter that goes out online,
they have to have it in.
but yeah, we need your email, or yeah, your email address. But you can request that.
Sign up for it. You don't just get it because you're a member of the library. That would be a mistake that
You have to specifically sign up.
Yeah.
You have a library card with us?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, Upper Hudson.
Oh, no, you need one with us.
Or you can just sign up for the newsletter on the website.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Danielle.
He's usually the one that says no. Okay. First item on the agenda is approval of our purchase journal. Our treasurer is not available. We are not having a finance committee meeting, but we can make the motion to accept basically paying the bills. And then we can go to second discussion and approval.
I don't know what a purchase journal is.
The bills. It's a list of the bills.
We always call them the bills.
I know, but I'm getting used to calling it. I got the answer. I'm feeling like I'm at Upper Hudson. Purchase journal.
But in terms of what was submitted as part of the board's documents, it was called current bills.
Yes, we.
Okay.
Would you like to make the motion?
I make a motion to pay our bills in the amount of $68,432.65.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
So I see that I think that's kind of on the high side. Is that correct? Higher than usual?
This is the discussion.
I'm actually pleased that we seem, that the staff seems to be making purchases. That's great. Paul, you're looking around like you don't know where I'm coming from.
I actually don't. Sorry about that.
But no, it seems like they're working to expend some of our funds that we have allocated, so that's great that they're doing that.
I do have a couple of questions.
Sure, go ahead.
We're ready.
Okay. Lawn bill. Lawn care bill, is that for the upcoming season or is that just a
No.
late submission?
That's a late submission. That was from the previous 2022.
And which part, where does Karandi remove snow? Because it also shows him for snow removal.
Yes, that was, some of it was done in 2022 at Lansingburg. And then this current one for Color City is for Lansingburg for this year.
Okay. Question on the Swank movie license.
Yes, go ahead.
How much are we using that? What kind of,
We
We
just-
bought the movie license,
No?
Keith,
Okay.
so that we can start using it extensively.
Right,
We
we
haven't
just,
used it in the past a great deal. As a matter of fact, we haven't used the license at all, but we decided we'd better, if we're gonna increase our use of film, we need to get the license.
We used to have one.
Mhm.
We used to.
Oh, years ago, that's all, that's been expired for probably a decade.
Yeah, not that long because you had one when since I've been here.
so this license is gonna be used for shared for all three spaces, the adult reference, adults will use it, and then the YP at the young people's room, and then also Lansingburg. So all three people or services, I'm running at departments, that's the word.
All departments.
okay,
Yes,
think,
all departments will be using it.
I think what we're seeing is an uptick too in program attendance. People are looking to come out, do things. And so we're looking for ways to provide more programming. And that's one.
one last question. Are
Sure.
we tracking our museum passes in terms of usage
Yes, we are. Mhm.
and making adjustments then? Okay.
Correct.
That's
Yep.
it.
Do you know that the Friends take care of paying for our museum passes?
All of them?
Well, the Clark gives us gratis. They
Okay.
give every library gratis, but the Friends take care of
Okay.
it. Or I think there was one other that was donated, but yes. Joy, for the movie license, if for some reason, someone here within staff does something out of the building, can we still use it? The
This is-
movie?
I'm not 100% sure about the whole contract.
I think we can. I think if
Yeah.
we're sponsoring the event.
We
we can
cannot,
use that license.
Oh, wait, Lori knows. There you go, Lori. Go ahead.
we cannot. The license is specific to locations.
Oh, dear. I'm not sure where we'd go anyway, but
I never know.
there you go.
Well, Bush Memorial, if we did another program over there, you never know. I just,
Normally, we don't get that big a crowd.
you did with some of your things.
We can hold 50 people up and,
You
you
did with some of the things. It was nice outside.
anyway.
Okay. So, let's see, we've had motion, second, discussion, anybody else? Well, that was our discussion. Do we have any other questions, comments on it? All in approval? Okay. Done. All right, next, Friends Memorandum of Understanding. Yes.
Do we, I noticed that there was a consent agenda. Do we need to approve the minutes from February? Or do we want to just?
I just
lump
them
that into
away.
the next?
We're gonna keep them for next, because I really figured we.
No, I appreciate it.
This and keep your
Totally.
time, because it is off schedule.
That is totally fine.
Okay,
Brianna,
Yeah,
Brianna, I voted. Yeah, I was muted though, so I did vote aye.
On
Yeah.
bills, yeah,
yeah, I got that.
okay.
and just for the record, because we have
Yes,
quorum, Marie can vote in what we,
Yeah.
whatever we do.
Yeah.
The memorandum of understanding, I will make the motion that the board approves the memorandum of understanding, I'll take even the word draft off, that we have had a chance to look at and hopefully had a chance to review. So the one that is in our packet is up for approval. Do I have a second?
You have a second.
Discussion.
It seemed well done to me.
Say what, Marie? I'm sorry.
I said it seemed well done to me when I read it over.
Oh, thank you. We have heard from Carolyn, who thought it was fine.
Thank you for entertaining my comments and integrating them.
Yep, and your other comments will be used as we go forward. You know, we have to do that last little piece on. There's a piece, we took out the piece on disbandment.
Yeah,
Which can't come out of my mouth very easily,
Yeah.
for now, but it will, yes, we will.
As long as we've got the
Yeah.
dates.
Yeah, we
on
have
it,
a date.
I'm okay with that, just with dates on, it, without the
Okay,
clause,
all
if that's.
Okay,
No.
all right, so.
I'm here in case anybody has any questions about the MOU or anything related to the Friends activities that would fall under this MOU.
Do you have any concerns that you would like to share?
No.
Okay.
No, we had the opportunity to review it.
Yeah.
And, you know, made some slight changes like putting initials next to the clauses. Putting a date, for which and so there were very, very, very small, changes that we made, and then, it got passed back to Paul and Evelyn, who then sent it to you guys.
Yeah. Fred has been very actively involved in this as we went along, because you already given us some suggestions in advance, even before I got to you. But, so, any other questions, comments? Excellent. In that case, up for approval?
All right,
Maria, are you?
I heard. aye from-
Okay. Set approved. Thank you. That's to you. Thank you.
I can go.
Yeah, well, I told you it's gonna be short.
Well, we have public comment next. So we can share.
Yeah, please.
Ooh,
Our intention, you know, this came about because Paul asked the Friends to take a greater role in fundraising for the library.
Right.
That's why this came about. That's why the MOU came about. And so our plan is primarily to go out to former donors to the library with a letter. And our tact is going to be, and this is coming off of something that Paul said briefly, is our tact will be that it's been a really good year for the library post-COVID. So there's an increase in participation in programs, there's an increase in circulation, there's an increase in the use of databases. So, and given our experience with celebrating the changes at Lansingburg, the tack that we're going to take is that people in Troy have a reason to celebrate and support the library because good things are happening. And so we will be crafting an ask like we did for our 50th anniversary. And what we need from you all, mostly in your role as citizens of Troy, not in your role as trustees, is more people we can add to the list. You need to think about businesses in Troy that have not been tapped, that would be really interested in having a viable library as a way to attract and retain employees. that a healthy community has a healthy library. And so I would ask that if you think you have contact with companies or businesses or groups of people that are younger than the really the cohort of the former donors, that you send the names and addresses to me. And these will be confidential, so we're not going to say that Brianna gave me your name. Thank you. We wouldn't.
In some cases, it would be okay, but maybe not all.
It would really be confidential.
Okay.
So if you have ideas about people that want to support the library with money more actively than they're doing now, the time is now to identify who those people are. And one of the suggestions that's come in previous years, I'm sorry Paul is not here, when we were doing the 50th anniversary, one of the groups that she suggested that we tap were alumni of some of the schools in town, not only RPI and SAGE, but alumni of the high schools and the Catholic high schools in town who have memories of being here at the library as kids and having that be a really important thing. But we have no contact with those people. So the ask from the friends is that you think about your own network of people and that you forward to me, and you can forward to me using the friend's email or my direct email. And again, I will attribute where I got the contact with. And what we will do is we will look at the list we have already and make sure that people aren't getting hit up twice. So we'll merge the new names. But the library patron list, the donor list, with the addition of our members and donors, which we, put together last year with the 50th anniversary, is about 1,000 people. So in a town of over 40,000 people, clearly there are other people that could be identified, especially with the new businesses that are flourishing, all the gaming industries, the architecture firms, when you think about these kinds of businesses. So please, if you will, think about who might be really interested in supporting the library and forward those names and contacts to me.
Do you, or have you ever done list trades with other nonprofit organizations? Do you or have you ever done mailing list trades with other?
We haven't. A lot of we don't share our list, and a lot of organizations are reluctant to share the list. But if you know of an organization that would be willing to share the list, that would be fabulous.
They might want you to share
Do
that. It's not unheard of.
Yeah.
For any nonprofit.
Right, but I think I would need, this wouldn't be a decision I would make on my own, because the list is primarily made up of the library's donors.
Right.
So it's tricky.
Yeah. Okay.
Would you be able to send out an email to the board members that we could easily reply to?
I don't have the emails of all you guys.
You don't?
No, I don't. So
Can
if
we-
you would.
Are we okay that sending?
It's okay with me. It'd be helpful to me.
Generally speaking, it would be helpful because then you would get notices from us.
Okay.
The other thing that happened, and most of you know this, is that the celebration at Lansingburg was phenomenal. It was wonderful. People were so happy. People who had never been in the Lansingburg Library showed up. People made spontaneous contributions. There were jars around because Lori said we should have jars. And I'm always reluctant to have our jars around. But anyway, people put money in the jars. We got new members. We got goodwill. And Lori got, the library in Lansingburg got so much goodwill as a result of that. And it was that experience and the need for us all to celebrate when good things happen that prompted this notion of how we're gonna go forward and ask for money.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was great. It was really, really nice.
It was the most energetic. That of all you've had good meet and greets. This one just had energy to it.
It
And
was wonderful. And there were all these kids. That's
I know,
what
the
we
babies.
wanted. We wanted kids.
So
So I wanted to keep
So
working
proud
on it.
it was so cute. The kids did not want to leave.
So Evelyn is sending all the board members
So the-
emails. I will send a formal request saying, remember, I asked for your contacts.
Thank you.
It would help a lot if we could expand this list, because I think in terms of going out to 1,000 people last year, in terms of the 50th anniversary, was probably 125 people respond. So we could really up that number substantially if we had more people. And yeah, so
Okay. Fred, just want to go back to the MOU, sorry.
yeah.
Just trying to be a little pragmatic. Going forward, as we go through this year until December 31st, you will entertain questions or discussions as we go, as we work through it, because we've never done this before either with friends.
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
great.
This MOU.
And for us too, obviously two-way
This
street.
MOU we inherited, sorry, Paul, but when we reconstituted, when Mary Muller reconstituted the Friends, which was like 2015, 16, we got bylaws and we got an MOU, which was never signed, had no signatures on it,
Interesting.
which was almost word for word what Paul sent us.
Interesting.
I don't recall that at all.
You would do the same.
I don't know where that came from. When I wrote this MOU, don't forget, it wasn't personal in any way. It's because people are not immortal, and
Oh, yeah, he's
while
talking
the
about
Friends
the
are
last piece.
currently doing a great job and have wonderful people, that doesn't mean that it would always be that way.
Well, I also, yeah, I mean, I worry about succession. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm concerned about succession planning. It definitely isn't the thing that I agree on, but you know,
It's
I think
pretty
it's one of
important
those.
though, just, you know,
You know, we have a great team going now, but things
things,
happen. We
Yeah.
know things happen.
Yeah,
yeah, we see that with another.
And, yeah, and you know that. It's really any organization, if I think, I'm an organizational development consultant by profession in my former life. I think people join an organization because they believe in the mission and they stay because of the relationships. So it's the relationship, so when you look at, yeah, they believe what a library does, but it's the interaction among for us and the Friends, that the interaction among the people who are most active that keeps them engaged, really.
Well, thank you again.
Huh?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Can we have fun?
I do not have a director's report, but I do have something to say.
Okay, yeah. Please.
Andrew Ward, who was a librarian here at the main branch in the Adult Services Department, passed away last night. He had been here since July 2019. And he has a family with 2 young children.
I'm sorry, and he's a current employee?
He's a current employee, yes.
You haven't seen him as much.
She's very young, right?
He was,
Yeah, he's in his 30s somewhere.
oh, that's young.
Young man.
He was brilliant when it came to technology.
He served as both adult services librarian and digital services librarian. It's kind of a split job.
Is he the young man that I'm picturing at the adult services job?
Yeah, he did that. Mhm.
That's very sad, Paul.
Yeah.
Is there a collection being taken up for him or anything?
Well, we did, with the staff, we had actually taken up a collection a few days ago. Because of, his illness, there's about $400 in that collection. So, yeah. We don't know any more details, so, I mean, in terms of services or anything right now.
We will send the family usually, like we send a card and then on the obituary, if it says donate flowers or funds, usually the library will do something. So we can let you know about that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I mean, with somebody in his situation, with having young children, often it makes, often there is a collection taken up for the
But
family.
you will also recall, we do have life insurance on each staff member. That's as much as I'm gonna do with the director's report. Let me tell you.
Holiday director's report, just an update. Any other public comment out there? Going twice, going three
Yeah.
times. I hearing none.
And
What, is that a, Virginia got a hand or is that a?
No, I don't think anybody has anything.
It looks like there's just one hand under Virginia.
I think we should, yeah. I think I would put it in a minute.
Say what?
move your mouse.
Move my mouse?
Okay.
Is that
No,
mouse
it's
that
not.
goes in?
What are
Yeah.
you doing?
See, there you go.
Oh,
It was that mouse.
Never mind.
What happened?
So, we have beers.
This somehow was here, so it made it look like this.
Okay.
We're good.
Brilliant.
So,
Okay, yes.
All right.
next meeting, April 11th, 2023.
5 for finance, 5:30 for regular meeting.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yay.
Thank you, everybody, for coming, staying.
Yeah.
Julie.
Yeah, we had to pay the bill.
Yeah.